This is my current laptop that I've had for about 4 years now. This is a 2020 Razer Blade 15 Advanced with the RTX 20 Super. Now this thing has 16GB of RAM, an i7-10875H, as well as 512GB of storage, so obviously this laptop has some pretty decent specs. However, it's gotten to the point where the laptop is essentially completely useless now. It started with a common fault for these Razer Blade laptops, which was the fact that my battery puffed up and turned into a spicy pillow. Now, I don't know about you, but I'd rather not get blown up whilst I'm sitting at my desk, so I had to remove this. No problem, since I essentially use this as a desktop, connecting it to an external display and an external mouse and keyboard, so it was always plugged in anyways. This kept me going for about another year until recently I was midway through a game of Black Ops 7 and suddenly the laptop just died. Turns out the vapor chamber had just given up, giving me idle temps of like 80 to 90 degrees and spikes above 100 preceding by a shutdown when literally trying to watch YouTube. Unfortunately, Razer have some limitations on these laptops, so I can't see any way I can mess around with undervolting, and even with the turbo boost disabled in the BIOS, the thermals are unusable. Fast forward a little bit and I've built a gaming PC again, so I'm not really in the market for another gaming laptop anymore. So today, it's time to forget all of that and build a nice new laptop. Alright, so I kind of fell for a meme on this one, but hear me out for a second. For about £80, I went ahead and picked up the legendary Lenovo ThinkPad T440p, which honestly is a great price for this laptop because nowadays everyone and their mother wants one for reasons that I'll explain later, but the reason why this one was being sold for so cheap is because it supposedly had a few issues, like for example the Wi-Fi module wasn't working, which I thought was a minor issue that I can very easily fix. So I ordered it and it arrived. The first thing I noticed was how god awful this damn trackpad was. I actually was daily driving the laptop for a little bit and that trackpad is just freaking terrible. Luckily, you can get a newer version on eBay that is better with physical buttons, and yeah, the trackpad is definitely one thing to look out for with these because the ThinkPad, well I mean this generation of ThinkPads rather, were the only ones to do this and they instantly went back because everyone just hated it so much. So a little bit of information about this ThinkPad. This thing shipped to me with Windows 10 Pro, although I had to format it straight away, as the guy who sold it to me just left all of his personal data on it. This machine has an i5-4300M, clocked at 2.6 GHz, 8GB of DDR3 memory, and 128GB SSD. Also, quick side note, there are two versions of the T440p, one that comes with the GPU and one that comes without the GPU. Now mine doesn't actually have the GPU, but the GPU that would have came in here if anyone was interested is a GT730M with 1GB of video memory, which isn't really anything to boast about by any means today, but it would be nice to have. Personally, I don't really need it, so I'm not missing out on much here. So I flashed Windows 11 on here just to remove the old data, and as you can see, since not officially supported on this CPU generation, it runs pretty damn terribly. Look at it here eating away at the system resources when just idling. Pretty much all of my devices run Windows, so I wanted to try something different with this machine and run Linux for once. Now, for all the Discord mods in the comments, I did consider running Arch Linux for this, for it to actually be the ultimate ThinkPad experience. But I didn't really want to deep dive into the documentation of setting this up as I'm pretty inexperienced with Arch, so instead I'm going with Linux Mint Debian Edition. It's a distro that'll never break on you, it's an actual just works distribution, and instantly it was so much faster even with the i5-4300M dual core quad threaded CPU that already came in this laptop. At the time of filming I didn't have any more DDR3 to hand, but I'd definitely go ahead and swap the two 4GB sticks that this came with for two 8GB sticks, giving us 16GB of capacity just to bring us in line with the now modern standard. Obviously just be aware that at the moment RAM prices are just horrible, so try and hunt around for a somewhat decent used deal on eBay. Now you don't have to stop here, you can buy a new CPU for this thing and I'd probably go with the i7-4910MQ. Here's some quick specs for that i7. It's a Haswell chip, obviously this is 4th generation Intel, and this CPU has 4 cores with 8 threads and it's clocked at 2.9 base and has a 3.9 GHz turbo with a 47W TDP. And for graphics, it's nothing too special, this thing has Intel HD Graphics 4600, so you may be thinking, well that's kind of inefficient. And I mean, yeah, I guess compared to modern laptops to what they have now, but honestly this CPU is still pretty comparable to a lot of the newer laptop chips, and sure a lot of the newer laptop chips consume less wattage, but honestly it doesn't seem to be degrading the battery that much at all, even on the standard smaller 6-cell battery that you normally get with this laptop. You could still see up to 6 hours of battery life. Now mine actually has the upgraded 9 cell battery, which I didn't realise until later, so that's a nice quality of life upgrade that's already done for me. So a lot of people think this is pretty much the end of the line for upgrades, but if you're lucky enough to find one of these, you can actually push this laptop even further with the i7-4980HQ, and the keen-eyed among you may recognise this CPU from being in the 2014 MacBook Pro. If you can find one at a decent price, you can find one with an adapter board that converts it from a BGA, a ball grid array, to a PGA, a pin grid array, which you can fit in the CPU socket of the T440p. The 4980HQ, instead of being clocked at 3.9 GHz, is clocked at 4 GHz, but it also has Intel Iris Pro graphics, which is actually better than the GPU that comes in the T440p if you get the option, which again is the GeForce GT 730M. If you want to do that, it will work, but just good luck finding one. I couldn't see a single listing on eBay for one of these at the time of recording. Now let's really quickly touch on the keyboard. Nowadays, I can't really live without a backlit keyboard, and luckily my T440p already has been upgraded to have one. You see, that's another reason why a lot of people like this laptop. This laptop is extremely modular. You can basically swap out every component in this for whatever upgrade you wanted. And you might make the argument, okay, that's pretty much all ThinkPads, right? And I'd say, yeah, you're pretty much right, but the thing that sets the T440p above any of the other ThinkPads is that this thing is pretty much even more modular than most other ThinkPads are. Like for example, the screen that comes on these is pretty shit. It's a 1368 by 768 resolution, and this is the lowest tier screener you can get. But like my ThinkPad here, you can just buy a new screen and install it and it will work, and it will just detect the new screen with the new resolution straight away. So I now have a 1920 by 1080p IPS display instead. Some of the ThinkPads even came with fingerprint readers on the side, and you can just replace it and add it in there. Also, don't even get me started on how much storage you could shove in this thing. If you look in the inside, not only do you have the SATA port, but in the top left corner you also have mSATA, as well as an entire CD drive that you could play with. And if you didn't want the CD drive, you could just take it out and put more storage in there. So remember when we were on Windows and how it was using like 2.5 gigs of RAM at idle? Well, right here we're sitting at idle when we have some things open like this terminal window, but we're using barely any memory. So I don't know who you are, and I don't care if you hate Linux or not, but you have to admit that that's pretty damn impressive. Alright, so with everything fully finished, let's try playing some games on this. First up is the universal benchmark, Minecraft Java Edition. Since we're working with older Intel graphics here, I dialed the render distance back to about 8 chunks, but honestly the result is totally playable. It's smooth, the inputs are snappy, and for a survival world on the go, this is literally all you need. If you wanted something more relaxed, Stardew Valley is absolutely flawless on here. This game is incredibly lightweight, so it runs at a locked 60 FPS without the fans even really ramping up. Plus the colours on this IPS panel actually make it look really vibrant. And finally, Hollow Knight. It runs natively on Linux, the gameplay is fast and requires precision, and honestly I didn't notice any input lag at all. So while you won't be playing games like Cyberpunk 2077, for retro titles and indie games, the T440p is actually a beast. So it's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I think I'm going to keep this ThinkPad, but if the response from this video is good and we get, let's say, 500 likes, then I'll go and purchase all of the parts mentioned in this video and make a dedicated build video of me putting this all together and showing you how it works and also how much better it performs. So subscribe and drop a like if that's something that interests you, and until next time, peace out.